Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a bookshelf tour. I posted a video and I think it was either on live on TikTok or on one of my YouTube shorts. Someone requested a bookshelf tour. So that is what we're going to do today. Just a quick little overview and then we can get into the details of my actual bookshelf. This is my little reading corner. I have usually my light set up here as well. But this is my little corner, my little reading corner. I have a chair and then my bookshelf up here. I think I'm going to do this handheld because I don't have a tripod that goes up that freaking high. But I have just some spare books here that I didn't have anywhere to put them. So I put them up there. I have the Power. I have the Bookish box edition of Powerless and Reckless. I have a couple of Holly Renee books that got sent to me by a mutual. And then I have my Sarah J. Maas collection. I have ACOTAR. I have Crescent City. And then I have my favorite, which is Throne of Glass. I actually wanted these all in hardcover because I was going to order dust jackets for these books. And today, actually, I finally got the email from the Dusty shop that they are about to ship out my freaking dust jackets. Yay! I'm so excited. I'll probably have a video showing me changing out the dust jackets on ACOTAR and Throne of Glass. I have been waiting since like Black Friday, I believe. So I'm so excited to get these dust jackets off of the books and then put on the new ones that I ordered. If we scroll down, we move down here. I have Sinister Legacy, and behind Sinister Legacy, I actually have the Mind F series by St. Abbey, one of my all-time favorite books. They're all on Kindle Unlimited. They're like short books, but they all come together to become one entire story. And then in front here is the RIP box edition of Sinister Legacy, which is one of my favorite erotic horror books by Harley Beck. I have little standees of Cree and Annika from Legacy of Gods. I have my Edge of Darkness trilogy, the indie covers by Lee Rivers. And then I have books 1 through 5 of the Darkverse series by Runix. I still need the last book. I have not picked it up yet, but I absolutely love this series. It is a dark mafia series. It is so good. I highly recommend to anyone who's new to the genre to read those. They are phenomenal. And then here we have Killian and Glenn, their little standee. And then I have the... What edition was this? I think this is the Mystic Box edition of the Sinners Anonymous series. So let me go ahead and grab that for you so you guys can see it. This is the Sinners Anonymous series by Sam Sketcher. This is the Mystic Box edition. Has beautiful sprayed edges. Absolutely love this series and the design. Like, it's so beautiful. The gold, love it. And then we have books 2 and 3 are in this book. It's Sinners Condemned and Consumed. I love the design of these. I love I don't know if you can notice a theme, but I love character art in the front cover. I'm a sucker for it. I will buy anything that has character art on the front cover. So that is my top shelf. Again, I have my Sarah J. Maas collection at the top. And then down here, I have my dark romance special editions and some of my favorite books up here. So then scooting over, so this is the full-sized bookshelf. And then we have a thinner bookshelf. They're both from IKEA. I think it's the Billy bookcase, but it's the thin one. So this is my Amo Jones section of my bookcase and my collection. If you didn't know, Amo Jones is one of my favorite authors. She writes dark romance. They always have a twist. They're always a mindfuck. Like, they always just have me on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's gonna happen. They are just so freaking amazing. So this is an omnibus, which is part of the Elite Kings Club series. This is actually from Pretty Little Words Book Box Company. It has beautiful sprayed edges. Love it. So I have this one. As you can see, I'm running out of room on how like I can display all my books. So I kind of have everything like together. This is the other part of that series. This series is a total of 8, I think it's 8 or 9 books. But it is so good if you guys are looking for a bingeable series. I highly recommend the Elite Kings Club. So I have these 2 special editions. This is one half of the series and this is the other half. And then I have the first 3 books down here. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So I have some of her other books. I have Sicko by Alma Jones. I have The Silver Swan, which is actually book 1 in the Elite Kings Club series. This is actually a special edition. I love Alma Jones, as you guys can see. I got this Sicko book and I think Sicko and Warren His Queen, which is this book here. I got them from my best friend Krista, so she sent those over to me as book mail. So the Elite Kings Club is a entire series of characters, and then she's writing the second generation of characters, which are their kids, and this is called Carpe Noctem. This is the first book of the second generation of the parents, which is phenomenal. If you guys have not read Alma Jones and you guys love dark romance, I highly suggest checking her out. All of her books are on Kindle Unlimited. She can do no wrong in my eyes. She is my auto-buy author. Anything she writes, I will read. I have her other book called Antichrist, and then moving on to my special editions of the Midnight Mayhem series. This one is In Fury Lies Mischief. This is the Mystic Box editions of the Midnight Mayhem series by Alma Jones. So this Midnight Mayhem series is 4 books. Total of 4 books. We have In Chaos We Reign, In Fury Lies Mischief, The Purple in Peace Lies Havoc, and then we have the pink one. So I would suggest reading the Elite Kings Club first and then jumping into Midnight Mayhem, because there's a character that you meet in the Elite Kings Club that comes out in Midnight Mayhem and it ties all together. So that is my Alma Jones section up here. Then we move down to my Rena Kent shelf. It goes from right to left. This is all Rena. She's also one of my favorite authors. She is what kind of got me into dark romance. I started with her Royal Elite series, which I have here. So these are all special editions of the Royal Elite series. This is by Books for Days Crate Company. Their books are phenomenal quality, so good. The designs are always amazing too. This is my special omnibus edition of the Monster Trilogy. Honestly, one of Rena's best works. This trilogy is phenomenal. If you guys haven't read it, please pick it up. And then we move on to the Legacy of God series. I have multiple sets of these books. I just love them that much. So this is the Books for Days Crates edition as well. So they do really good book qualities, designs, sprayed edges. This is the same company that did the Royal Elite. So Royal Elite, if you guys didn't know, is the first generation series and characters that Rena Kent wrote. And then the Legacy of God series is actually the children of these characters. So it's the second generation. So if you are planning to read anything Rena Kent, I would suggest you read the parents' books, which is Royal Elite over here, first before diving into Legacy of Gods, because in Legacy of Gods, they do kind of mention some of the parents' names, and you guys are and you might kind of be a little lost on like who's who and like who are they talking about. You have no idea, but yeah. This is the Books for Dates Craze edition. I am still waiting on God of Fury and God of War. I got my shipping notification email today that they are on the way. This is what they look like in the regular dust jacket. I flipped them over to the reversible side where the character art is shown. But this one is just so pretty. This is God of Ruin. Phenomenal. This is a special edition of God of Wrath. My favorite heathen, or my favorite book. One of my favorite books from the series is Jeremy Volkov. I'm obsessed with him. That is my man. This is my favorite book. This, God of Wrath and God of Fury, are my favorite. So I was able to get the Bookaholic Book Box edition of God of Wrath, and I'm so glad I did because I missed out on the Baddies one. And that is my man. I love Jeremy so freaking much. Okay. I just love Jeremy so freaking much. And then we move on to the regular editions. Actually, these are the special foiled editions that Rena had through her website. So they are just like the regular discreet covers, but they're foiled and they have sprayed edges. So I display them with the colored edge showing. And then I also have the original out of print model covers that I got through her website. So I love the model covers as well. I'm so sad that they're going out of print or they're already out of print. So I have both, and this is just how I chose to show them. It's a special edition. And then the model cover, I just love how the colors look together. And then if we go over here, I have a couple of the Baddies editions of the series. I wasn't able to get all of them, but I got some. So this is actually an alternate dust jacket that they were selling, and I picked up. God of Malice that I was able to snag was the blackout version. I missed out on the regular God of Malice in red. So my God of Malice is actually the Baddies edition, the blackout edition. It has black pages. I really like it. I just put on the dust jacket because I have nowhere else to put the dust jacket if I don't put it there. But just to show you guys, the pages are all black. Obsessed. Love God of Malice as well. So I have this Baddies Book Box edition. And then the other Baddies Book Box edition that I have is God of Fury, which is one of my favorites. Like this one and God of Wrath are tied, and then it's God of War. I also have the alternate dust jacket for God of Ruin by the Baddies box. So I put that on the special edition discreet cover one. So I was like, it's just so pretty. I need to like at least have it somewhere. I have God of Ruin and God of War back there behind these. I literally have no more room to put them, so I hid them back there. So this is God of Ruin, the Baddies edition. This is the first one I was able to get. I was too late for God of Wrath. And then I have God of War, which is also my favorite. I just hate that they used this model for the cover. Like, I don't know why he's in a sweater. I didn't like it, but I'm just so glad that I have the special edition of it. So I have those two at the end here. I think I'm just going to display this one like this as well. So if you see, like, I don't have any room. They don't all fit here. So I need to figure out how I'm going to display them. So for now, I'm going to put that up here so I can move on. So that is my Rena Kent. I have Legacy of Gods, multiple editions. And then I have Royal Elite and a Monster Trilogy for Rena Kent. Moving down the line, we have my little Holly Renee corner. I'm obsessed with Holly Renee. I first discovered her by her Good Girls Go to Die series, which is phenomenal. That's her contemporary romance series. I love her covers. They all have this gold foiling if you get this special edition version of them. I could not resist. I got these all in this gold foiled edition. Her Boys of Claremont Bay series is so criminally underrated and so good. It is like about a high school group of friends. It is so good. I love the character art. That's the only reason I got them, because of the character art and the gold freaking foiling. I just thought it was so pretty. I couldn't pass up. It was just too pretty to not buy, you know? So then I actually have her new series, which is the Veiled Kingdom series. I have the Rivaled Crown. I have the Hunted Heir in the pink and the gold. And then I have the Veiled Kingdom, which is book 1. I also have the Bookish box edition of that book, which is that purple. And then I actually just put Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry in here because that book is amazing. That book is out May 6th. It is a fantasy. It is phenomenal. I think you need to read it because it is just amazing. It is so freaking good. Moving on, this is just like my special edition section. I don't know. I might rearrange everything, but this is my Amo Jones Omnibus. This was a collab with Eternal Embers and Salma's Library on IG and TikTok. Again, Elite Kings Club is my favorite series by Amo. I could not pass this up. This has the first 3 books in the series, The Silver Swan, The Broken Puppet, and Tactea Mortis. So this book has those 3 books in one. I have a couple other special editions behind there just because I'm out of room, you guys. I don't know where to put my books anymore. This is The Stars Are Dying. And then I have my House of Bane and Blood, the bookish box edition as well. I have Iron Flame. I have my edition of Iron Flame. I have A Court of Nightmares here. This is all bookish box. Beautiful sprayed edges. I have The Ritual here by Chantal Tessier, one of my favorite dark romance books. I just got this one in yesterday, I believe. This is Knotted by Pam Godwin. It is a dark cowboy romance. This is another really pretty one that I really loved. I haven't read it yet, but the cover, Hallowed Games, beautiful. Behind Knotted, I have my edition of Fourth Wing. And then I just have more special editions here. This is the RIP book box edition of Harley Beck, Touched by Sin series. I have the Serpent in the Wings of Night bookish edition, Butcher and Blackbird special edition. I have Gothic Canna, and then a couple others over here. And then I have my little light. I have my little sign, which is my handle for all my social medias. My boyfriend actually gifted this to me for Christmas. Moving on to our middle row here. This is just like books in general. They're not special editions or anything. Some are, some aren't. There's a mixture of fantasy, dark romance, and then we move on over here. This is How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly. I love that book. This is a bookish box special edition. I have some fantasy series right here. I still need to read The Cruel Prince. I loved Bespelled and Bewitched. And One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns is so freaking good. I was so mad at myself that I didn't start it sooner. This little box right here actually opens and you can put like little knickknacks in there. And this is a candle that came in the Rivaled Crown PR box by Holly Renee. And this is a little box that you can like open and you can put things in. Just put some things I receive in PR boxes in here, like stickers. I have tarot cards. I have highlighters, necklaces that I receive in PR boxes. So I just keep that on top of here. Moving on to this section, this is where I have my Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac collection by the Bookish Box. These are some beautiful special editions that I got from Willow Winters. These are beautiful. These are the Decadent collector's editions of them. I have not read her books yet, but they sound so good, and these are just so beautiful. I had to showcase them with the spines out since they are sprayed edges. And then down here, it's just like a miscellaneous books. This is my little fantasy section, I'd call. Right, so we have The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco, Stephanie Garber Legendary. We have some additional fantasy books. I have not read any of these except for, I have not read any of these that you guys see here. I have my old Kindle still, so I'm just keeping that. And then over here we have some more fantasy books. I have a couple of different special editions as well. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So like one of them is Little Stranger by Lee Rivers. This is the other cover. And then right next to that one, I also have the other edition of Little Stranger. So that was a Dark and Disturbed box. This one, I believe, was the Romance Era book box. So I have a couple Blackout Romance book boxes, books that come from that box. Crawl by Audrey Rush, one of my favorite dark romance books. My best friend Krista sent this to me. I will forever cherish this book because it's my freaking favorite. Let's see what else. I got a couple of, this was my first ever physical ARC that I received. I absolutely love this book. It is called On the Line by Naomi Loud. It is If you've watched The Bear on Hulu, this book is exactly that. It is a chef and a waitress, and she needs some money, and they get into an entanglement. There is a scene with the frozen Snickers bar. You need to read it. Naomi Loud did her thing on this one. I absolutely ate it up. And this was actually my first ever physical ARC, so I will forever keep this book. Some even more books down here, if you can believe it. Just like extra books that I've received as well. Some PR, some book mail, some that I've bought in myself. And then down here as well, you're gonna get super close and personal. Yeah, so that is it. Over here, I just have like a little box with like miscellaneous items. Then over here, I have a section where I keep my books that I want to do giveaways for. That's pretty much it. This is my entire bookshelf. Like I told you guys, I have one full one, and then I have this little one that's like thinner. It's like half of the size of a full one. I hope this video wasn't too long. That was my little library bookshelf tour. Let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys would like me to do more of these, kind of like showing what books I have, showing my favorite books, showing my most prized ones. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.